Hey y'all, more vlogmas for you. Today we're going to do the 12 snacks of Christmas, but we have 13. This is Sir Chunk's idea because he's chunky. But also, no, really, we were just trying to think of some things that like we would talk about, and we obviously have like movies and pop culture stuff. But, you know, we were like, well, let's do something fun and quick. And so these are the things that we have every year that are like guaranteed we have to have somewhere around the house at Christmas or leading up to Christmas. We're trying to record this, and the cat is like sitting in the middle of everything. So he's like, I am a snack of Christmas. So what do you know?
He rarely speaks, though. So he's taking an ideal spot, but he wouldn't talk.
Right. All right, so the first one is like the most obvious one, and this is candy canes. This is the first snack of Christmas because it goes on the Christmas tree. And so when you do that, you put that up Thanksgiving weekend, which, again, we're going to do our like traditions. But when that goes up Thanksgiving weekend, they put the candy canes out, and that's the...
Put the candy canes on yet?
They're on there.
They are?
Did you not notice?
I did not notice.
All right, well, they're on
We didn't
there.
put them on at first, then.
Right. We put them on like a day later.
To me, candy canes are most famous as that thing you buy, put on the tree, and then have 80% of them left over, stick in a closet, and then next year have Cola Trail be like, no, they're bad now. Throw them away. Let's buy more.
Well, that's because I actually eat the candy canes, but like when we first moved in together, we would buy like boxes and boxes of candy canes and like load up the tree with them. Because that's what I always used to do as a kid, because everyone in my family ate candy canes. But apparently Sir Chunk and none of his family likes candy canes. And so...
Yeah, I'll eat maybe one.
I could like...
Maybe.
And I was like, well, I don't need to eat 35 or 50 candy canes. I can eat like... so now we just do the one box of like 12.
Maybe this
and
year
then
I'll try to
them.
go for 2. I like when you have like the blue candy canes. The next year I'm like, wait, are these blue originally or have they gotten moldy? They've been sitting around for a year.
Don't... I do not mess with candy canes. You get the peppermint candy canes. That's it. It's a candy cane. It's Christmas. All these Skittles candy canes. No.
Ooh, I tried a Skittle candy cane.
No.
Anyway, the good thing about candy canes is as you're eating them, they get like that sharp point, and you can like start using them as a shank if you're in prison.
I mean, you could, but also
Christmas shank.
They're candy canes. So, speaking of candy canes...
What we just did, candy.
Also sort of candy cane-esque is the candy cane that is full of candy that goes in your stocking.
Yes, the tube of candy.
Right, and we do these every year.
It's crucial. You must always have that little hook sticking out of the top of a stocking, or else it ain't right, man.
Right,
and like right.
We alternate what goes in them. Generally, almost every year, Sir Chunk's is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups or Reese's Pieces, because that's what he likes. I think a few times we've done M&Ms.
Yeah.
But this year, I think I picked Skittles.
What? Oh, for yourself?
Yeah, for me.
Well, this year you might have a bit of a surprise.
I might have 2.
Oh, let's not spoil Christmas just yet. But who knows what could happen?
Well, we can't do, like, the reason we stopped doing M&M ones, and we went and we started doing, like, the Reese's.
Goes in the bowls,
it's because we
bowls.
also buy those, like, mini tubes, those red and green tubes of mini M&Ms. Yeah. And those
are also required by law to be in the stocking.
Yeah, it's a necessity.
But you also have to have M&Ms in a bowl nearby.
Yeah, well, okay, fine. I'm going to move.
Oh, we got to that already?
We weren't supposed to get to that, but he already...
I thought you were saying that because we didn't put it on the list.
No.
Miscommunication.
I didn't put the tubes on the list, but I put...
You're a tube.
So, yes. So, again, you have them in the stocking, but you also need a bowl of M&Ms out.
Yeah. And if
that you pick out during Christmas Eve and Christmas.
Yeah, so I'm fine with any M&Ms, but sometimes this one over here is like, no, let's spend $2 extra for the exact same M&Ms, but they're Christmas colors.
Yeah, because they have to be the red and green tubes.
They don't have to be.
Yes, they do.
You can just have like the regular M&Ms. She's like, no, they got to have the green red.
They're not Christmas.
M&Ms.
We have never. I don't even know what a Christmas would be with like a yellow tube of mini M&Ms. They have to be red and green.
No, I'm talking about the regular M&Ms. We pour in a bowl.
You didn't know. That was because you were trying to get the mini tubes and you were trying to get the cheaper ones, and they were brown.
Yeah, but
we don't do brown in our stocking.
Bro, I'm not even talking about those. Oh, that's also a problem.
No, I don't care if the M&Ms.
You're always like, let's get the festive ones.
Yeah, because they're the same price.
And get some Gables.
Anyway, so next thing is cheese and crackers, which obviously it depends on the day. It depends what your plans are for the holidays, but at some point during Christmas Eve and or Christmas, ideally both, you will have cheese and crackers. And you cannot just have cheese and crackers. You need to have that like entertainment
that holiday assortment of crackers.
One that has
the wheat one.
Yeah, and a butterfly, butterfly.
The other one that's like seems like it's like
it's got like sesame or something.
It looks like it should be cereal, but it's a cracker.
Right. Yep. And then you need to have cubed or sliced cheese, like cheddar, ideally, a very sharp cheddar, and a spreadable cheese. Mm-hmm. Because you can't just have like.
You know what's pretty good that I don't think we get is that cheese nut log. You know what I'm talking about?
That's really good, yeah.
That's pretty tasty.
The only problem with the cheese nut log is it's impossible to get out of the plastic. And then, like, you're like, oh, I think I just got a piece of plastic that's stuck with the log.
I mean, cheese is part plastic anyway, so it's fine.
All right, so the next thing was actually the first...
chicken
After the candy canes, really, Christmas season kicks off for us. When Sir Chunk opens a box, generally from Amazon, sometimes from Target... And he
sometimes from CVS.
Well, but you don't usually go and buy them. You usually get them.
But I have, so let's not say. Right.
But all of a sudden, a box appears, and he opens it, and out comes the blue tin.
A tin of butter cookies.
What are they? German, Swiss,
Dutch? I think they're Dutch.
Dutch, Belgian.
Anyway,
Belgian.
they're cheap, and they're delightful.
They are really delightful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll get other cookie assortments as well. But no matter, even if I get other cookie assortments, I'm always getting me the butter cookie tin.
Yeah, well, do like that, what is like the Pepperidge Farm chocolate ones?
Yeah,
they have like
sometimes I'll get fancy and get like that Italian thing or something, but regardless, gotta get, in fact,
shortbread.
I currently have an unopened tin of butter cookies in the kitchen.
Yeah, because we can't open it.
Just waiting until tomorrow, because,
we're recording this on the 30th.
Yeah, I don't know when this is going to be uploaded, but we're recording it on the day before December, so mañana cookie day.
Right, so the candy canes are up, but nothing else has really been.
Right.
We've purchased some of the stocking stuff. And then, obviously, on Christmas, you need to have sugar cookies. And you can do, like, fancy sugar cookies, and you can bake, and you can decorate them all, like, with all kinds of, like, icing and all kinds of elaborate things.
Fancy cookie cutters.
We do not. We get, like, the, like, Pillsbury dough, and we shove it on the thing, we shove it in the oven, and then it comes out, and then we just eat them. Mm-hmm. Because...
I wouldn't mind doing some burnt Christmas trees or something like that sometime.
Yeah, we could try that. I think we could do both, but it's like I have to have like the just
cheap little sugar cookies.
Yeah, you just gotta have them.
You get the little Christmas sprinkles and put them on there.
Yep.
You get the little icing. I can make my own icing.
Oh, and your new stand mixer that you have yet to use.
Maybe I'll make some nice royal icing for my sugar cookies.
All right, so the rest of these are definitely for Christmas Day. I mean, yeah, they're pretty much. They can like some of these snacks you can have for Christmas Eve as well, but they have to be there for Christmas Day. That's the point. You can cheat and have both, but you cannot not have them on Christmas Day. The first is coffee. And
I'm out on this.
Sir Chong doesn't have coffee, but we are not able to start Christmas Day until coffee is made and Sir Chong has a cup of cocoa. He doesn't even care about the cocoa. Half the time he doesn't finish it.
Yeah, I more just want an English muffin.
But like, I need coffee because, even though, and here's the thing that's so ridiculous. We are old now. And it doesn't matter how old I am. Like, and no matter how tired and beat down by life we are, every year I'm like, I'm sleeping till noon tomorrow if we don't have, like, especially during the pandemic when we couldn't go anywhere anyway. And we were like, oh, we can't go anywhere, and then, like, last year we had COVID during Christmas. And so, we were just like, well, we can't go anywhere, so we might as well sleep in. And I am up at the crack of dawn, and I'm like, all right, it's Christmas, I can't sleep. And I don't know why. Like, I love sleeping. I like to sleep as long as I can. I like to sleep as much as I can. But for some reason, my brain knows it's Christmas morning, and I don't sleep on Christmas Eve. I sleep for like 2 hours, and then I just lie here from like 4 in the morning until like 6 or 7, and then I'm like, all right, let's go. And Sir John's like, you realize it's 7 in the morning.
Oh, God, leave me alone. I get up at 5 a.m. every day.
and I'm like, I don't care. And so, of course, I need coffee because I'm exhausted. And I spend most of Christmas, like, miserable because my body hurts. We don't eat very well.
I don't drink coffee, so I just do a little bit of cocaine.
And so, but you know, so I always make him cocoa when I make myself coffee, and then he has, and then it usually gets cold, and he's had like 3 sips.
Yeah, because it's too hot, and then the second it's not too hot, it's too cold.
Right.
You have like 1.3 seconds of like optimum cocoa drinking time for me.
Right. And then this is a newer one, but he said English muffin. But then a few years ago, I grabbed a box of Christmas Crunch, which is Captain Crunch Christmas Crunch.
Oh, baby.
And I don't know why, because I was just like, whatever, it'll be something to have. And Sir Chunk's a big fan.
I had never had Christmas Crunch before. I had Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch is fine. I'm not a particularly huge fan of Captain Crunch. It's fine. But for some reason, I didn't partake of Christmas Crunch. And I'm not saying I got an erection from it because it was so good. But, Yuletide poll was going. What? What do you mean?
What is wrong with you?
Oh, I'm just saying, it's really, it's too delicious for me to be able to explain. It was a delight.
And then last year I
screamed from the heavens, Christmas Crunch. I grabbed a few people that were passersby, and I force-fed them Christmas Crunch.
Were they wassailing?
And they thanked me. Until they began choking on the Christmas Crunch, they were wassailing.
Anyway,
I demanded a student purchase Christmas Crunch for himself, or else he would regret Christmas for the rest of his life. True story. Yes, it's great. Now you're going to have this be like, this is basically just like extra sweet Captain Crunch. It's not that exciting. Well, it's also green.
Captain Crunch, but it has trees in it.
Green trees.
Anyway, not marshmallows.
I think it's extra sugary, too.
Right. I don't know. I think it's just you haven't had Captain Crunch in a long time, and that's
maybe I just really
cereal.
like Captain Crunch and didn't realize it.
You do.
Well, hell.
And yeah, it's not even marshmallows. It's just Captain Crunch, but it's green and red and shaped.
Look how happy that dude is on the box.
Yeah, he is super
He's
happy.
like, that stuff is Christmassy.
But last year I made the mistake of wanting to try something else, and I got Christmas Krispies.
Ugh.
And they were disappointing. So this year we're back to Crunch.
That was just like Rice Krispies with color in them, which is like the most boring thing. I like Cocoa Krispies, but regular Rice Krispies, nah.
This has become a tradition for no reason, except I just happen to like them.
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
And Sir Chung always gets me the 3-pack for my stocking of Ferrero Rocher. And back in the day, like years and years ago, you worked with someone who used to call it Ferrari Rockers.
Yeah, the Ferrari Rockers. It was probably around Christmas, and I was like, one of my old jobs, I had to like help coordinate displays in stores. And one of like the marketing people at one of the stores was like, "Oh yeah, the Ferrari Rockers." And ever since then, they have been Ferrari Rockers.
Right, like that's just what we call them. It's been like 20 years. And what's funny is like I love these, and like he's gotten me like the giant box. It's like, and then this year we saw like a giant like one that's the size of your head. But no matter what, even if he got me the giant box or he gets me the giant one the size of my head, there is always the little 3-pack in my stocking. And I love them, but like, I don't even know why. And then now, like, my mother-in-law, this is the candy that goes in my stocking. For like 20-something years, she just gets me this. And I'm like, no, I like these. But somehow they have unnaturally become a tradition. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a must-have. I don't know why.
They're extremely tasty.
They are very tasty.
Yeah.
You always get one, and I eat the other 2.
Yep.
And then also in our stockings tradition is the box of chocolates. And I can't find them, but it's the 4-pack.
The fabrication. Yeah, it needs to be the 4-pack.
It's the 4-pack, usually Whitman, sometimes it's Russell Stover.
Yeah, usually it's the Whitman one, but yeah.
Yeah, they usually, the Whitman, I think, is a little chocolate bar with like a little figure skater.
Yeah, it's like a Heath thing almost.
Yeah, like a toffee thing, and then
just a chocolate cream,
and a caramel. And then I actually like the one better that has like the coconut. It has a cream. It has like a thing of nuts, and then like a caramel. Mm-hmm. I think that one's Russell Stover because I love coconut. So, but yeah, we always got to get
Still got to procure that.
Yeah, we haven't been able to find them yet. They weren't out yet. So.
Dag.
I mean, I don't mind a bigger box of chocolates.
That you don't.
I'll eat any box of chocolates.
All right, let's go. Chocolates.
Fudge.
Speaking of chocolate, Sir Chunk likes to make fudge. And this needs to exist at every Christmas.
Yep. I always make fudge on Festivus, and the problem is I always make too much. I use my dad's super secret fudge recipe, which is not really that super secret.
Yeah, and his dad also makes fudge still.
Yeah, and his is amazing. And so I shook mine up a little bit. I make mine slightly different than his now, so it's a little not really competing quite as well. They're both great, I think. I don't usually say this, but my fudge is great.
Well, so when we see his family, we go to the in-laws and we have to bring the fudge. So it's a comparison for
fudge swap.
everybody to like try both fudges. And then my family doesn't have fudge, so we just bring the fudge to my family when we see them, if we see them. And then, but like the last 5 years, we've only seen Sir Chong's family, and there used to be like 20 people that would be there for Christmas, and now it's like 5 or 7 or something.
Yeah.
And so
now I got too much fudge.
now we got 2, and we haven't seen my family in a few years, and so like now we have just massive amounts of fudge.
I'm not making any less. We're still having a lot of fudge.
Yeah, and it was the worst. It was like last year and during COVID when we weren't seeing anyone because like I said, we had COVID and then we couldn't see anybody because of because of the holidays.
Mm.
So for a couple of years now, he still makes the fudge, but it's just the two of us, and we have no one to give the fudge to. So like last year, I think half the fudge we just got eventually got stale.
Maybe I'll have to make less fudge.
You're not gonna make less fudge.
You're right.
We just got to try to eat more of it. All right, and then we have
nuts.
The mixed nuts. And to note, the mixed nuts have to be the deluxe.
The fancy nuts.
The deluxe mixed nuts.
We got to get some pistachios up in there.
Well, without peanuts.
No friggin'
peanuts.
peanuts.
There's a version that's just almonds, cashews, and pecans.
And pistachios.
No, there's one that's just those
Yeah, but
three.
there's one that's also those 3 plus pistachios.
Oh,
And
well.
that's amazing.
We're
Maybe
getting,
hazelnut in there, too.
yeah, they have, the one that you're mentioning has hazelnuts and Brazil nuts, too.
Ooh, fancy.
But
I enjoy the foods of other
I
cultures.
like walnuts. But yeah, the problem is if you don't get the deluxe mixed nuts, you get a bunch of peanuts and a stray cashew.
Yeah, like 2 cashews
and we all know
for every
that.
90 peanuts.
Right. So you gotta go for the deluxe mixed nuts.
High class around here.
Because otherwise you're just eating a lot of peanuts.
Yep.
And finally, the most important Christmas snack, and that is the Andes mint. Also anything mint. Like I think we got mint Christmas bells last year and mint Lindor truffles and mint
you love the mint.
I love anything mint. But you can't. You can have everything in the mint in the world, but if you don't have Andes mints, it's not Christmas.
I made a crucial mistake in that I procured these a little early this year, and
You
the
thought that
college girl has already eaten the entire bag.
Yeah, I ate the bag in like 3 days. Like there's
Like 3 minutes.
There's no way the Andes mints are going. You have to buy the Andes mints the week before Christmas.
Yeah, I guess.
Because other's they are
There
too
won't be
tempting.
any, right?
Yes, so these are
I
the
didn't
best.
realize the speed.
I mean, there's also only like 16 mints in the whole thing. Those,
remember that? Yeah, they're like giant vats. Like
yeah, I
30
wanted the
pounds.
giant vat. I was like, get the giant vat because those boxes have seriously like 15 mints in them. But they're so good. They're just so good. And one year we went and they were out.
We get the assorted ones, remember?
Yeah, they were out though. And I was like, excuse me?
Cancel Christmas.
And I did find them
Just
finally.
like the sheriff from Nottingham
But
suggests.
it almost looked like there was not going to be
A Christmas.
the regular Andes mints. They had cherry. They had some kind of like toffee. They had all kinds of other things. But they did not have the regular chocolate and what are they, creme de menthe? That's what they're called, right?
Yep.
Oh, these are so good.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, she likes these things.
Yep. So that's the 12 or 13 snacks at Christmas.
Mm.
What snacks do you have at Christmas?
Do you devour the head of a boar?
That's not a snack. That's a meal.
Do you devour the ears of a boar?
Popcorn balls. I guess people put that on their
Do you want to
trees.
stab your fingers with impaling popcorn so it explodes all your...
I've never done that. I've never made popcorn.
We did it once. It was the worst thing we ever did do.
So yeah, but what do you put? What do you have in your tree? Anything fun? Any
What
snacks?
magical snacks did we leave off that you're like, hey, you forgot the orange chocolate? I was like, oh yeah, that thing's pretty
Oh, the chocolate orange you
Yeah,
mean that you
yeah.
crack? You used to put those in my stocking and
Yeah.
you stopped.
good. Because you stopped eating them.
Yeah, because they're really big and like they're a lot.
Yeah, you're a lot.
And so like I would be like, oh, I'll eat this. and then like months would go by, and I'm like, I still have some of that chocolate orange.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know. I stopped buying them because I'd be sick of looking at the one from last year in the fridge.
they are really good. So you should get me one this year because I haven't had one in a
It's
long
too
time.
late. It's over.
Anyway, what
Christmas
are
is
your
canceled.
Christmas snacks? Tell us.
Yeah.
We want to know.
Boop.
Maybe we'll try them. Also try Christmas Crunch.
Don't eat a boar's face. Boop.
Bye.
Christmas Crunch.